Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks bringing you the Daily SPY Report for Friday, February 18th, 2022. Before we look at the charts, I, as usual, want to encourage you to please click like each and every time you watch the Daily SPY Report. I do appreciate it a great deal. It does help us out algorithmically with regard to the YouTube channel. The more likes you get relative to views, the likelier it is you'll show up early in anyone's search results for SPY analysis, S&P 500, and subscribe. Yes, click subscribe. Subscribing to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel will provide you notification each and every time new content has been uploaded to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. That includes the Daily SPY Report, and it's important for you to see the information early when it's relevant before the opening bell so that you can most effectively use it for your trading. And that is it for that. Let's talk about the charts. They're all daily charts, of course. I think this sort of encapsulates the 2 to 3 week time horizon. You could call it maybe the 3 to 5 week time horizon, depending on whether we maintain more of a consolidative short-term dynamic over the next week or two, or we continue south. Continuing south is still expected down to 420.76, holding below that 454.43 descending channel top. That formation not likely to be tested today, but if tested, say between now and the end of next week, able to contain buying through March trade, and from there we can fall back to retest that 420.76 low in January. Now, there's all kinds of stuff going on inside of that. I just wanted to show you. That is kind of what I would call, I don't know, it's the big picture. It's the midterm outlook, let's say, between from now through March trade. That 420.76 level, I'll just remind you, I think may line up nicely with the 329.92 targeted long-term support for the triple Q. And so I'm just going to kind of remind you about this. I think you should keep one eye on the triple Q. If we get into the 420s for the SPY, wherever the SPY may be, when the triple Q tests 329.92 may also be a correlated support for the SPY. The SPY may find a similar sort of bottoming zone. I do think the triple Q could place a good annual low at 329.92, and so that's why I bring it up with regard to the SPY. Let's take a look at the upside resistance levels inside this 420.76 floor to 440, 454.43 ceiling. And on the way up, you've got 449.22. That's a short-term descending channel top that, if tested over the next few days, can contain buying through the balance of next week. And from there, we can fall off again. From there. Now, if we were to close above 449.22, then 454.43 is expected the very following day. And preceding 449.22 is the 443.35 short-term horizontal channel bottom. And I like this still as a session containment level. We opened just below that on Thursday. We did test it a bit early in the day, but we proceeded to fall off as the afternoon wore on. And so it is a pivot point into next week, and below which we should continue lower over the next few days to, today, 435.03 is intraday support. I've reduced that from session containment to intraday only. It is a soft pivot point above which we can rally back to 443.35 within the day, but I've reduced it because of sort of the nature of Thursday afternoon sell-off. There may be more to come overnight. We could quite easily break 435.03 today or open below it, and if so, 431.24 is likely, and that is the low settlement price so far following the all-time high in later December. 431.24 can contain session weakness, perhaps, and I say perhaps deliberately because of the sort of the overall nature of this market right now, inflationary concerns, war, drum beats in Russia and Ukraine. There's a lot going on right now. I did put out to premium members, and now we've decided to actually just put it out on YouTube, a video on COMEX gold and crude oil that you may actually have already seen by now. By the time you see the Daily SPY, I'm not sure, but it'll go out around the same time, I believe, where we talk about the potential inflationary outcomes that would be indicated on both of those markets. But anyway, If we do break 431.24, and we may well today, I just want you to know, let's take a look at the support and resistance actually. You can see it here, 431.24 is actually in reach today if we break or open below 435.03. The green line, once again, represents roughly where we settled on Thursday. So 431.24, able to contain session weakness, but breaking it is considered a bit of an eventuality given the way I opened up the video, with the fact that holding below the 454 area maintains a low 420s target over the coming weeks. And so if we break or open today below 431.24, 425.68 I think is likely. And that level can contain intraday, possibly daily selling pressures. It's well suited for aggressive day traders. And I'm also kind of putting it out there that if you do buy 431.24 on an intraday basis, you may maintain a relatively restrictive stop loss, because I think 425.68 is likely as the day continues on. And then, of course, closing below 431.24, that 420.76 low from January is likely within 3 to 5 days, as I show in the support and resistance. The 420.76 low, once again, may well line up with targeted support in the triple Q. We could bottom out at 420.76 for at least a week, possibly through March. From there, this wedge could fill out all the way back into the 450s again within a matter of weeks. Let's take a look at the upside today. I've mentioned how 443.35 can contain session strength. But if we push or open above 443.35, 446.73 is likely today. That may be about all we might expect to the upside. And then, of course, closing above 443.35, the 449.22 formation is likely on Monday, where we could top out into later next week. And if we close above 449.22, then we're just a day away from reaching 454.43, which can contain buying through March trade, and below which 420.76, the low from January, in reach over the next 3 to 5 weeks or so. Now, it's not going to happen today, but if between now and the end of next week we do actually close above 454.43, then we have a good February low, and we should, over the following 2 to 3 weeks, continue our way up into what is now the upper 460s, will soon be in the 470s at 468.53, rising channel top. I was mentioning how in yesterday's video that in terms of trend dynamics and time frame reliability, let's put it that way, where the 2 to 3 week time frame is laying out nicely, the big picture not so much with regard to the SPY. So what am I saying here? Closing above 454.43, 468.53 expected within 2 to 3 weeks, where we could also top out on a monthly basis and fall off nicely from there. And not until we actually close above 468.53 in the coming weeks do I see a good low made through Q2, and we should then continue on up into the low 500 area over the following 3 to 5 weeks, where the market encounters long-term resistance able to contain quarterly buying pressures. That is a long-term trend line I'm not illustrating here, but I did very much over the last few months. It contained the September high, and again, the November and December highs rallied to within 1% of it. So it's a meaningful long-term resistance area that would be expected if we were to close above 468.53 in the coming weeks, but we're a long way from that right now. Bottom line here, this market remains heavy below 454.43, at least through the rest of February trade, or until we retest that 420.76 low. And that is all I've got. I'm going to leave it to support and resistance for today. I'm not going to go over any more, but I think I covered it nicely. Please click like if you haven't already, and subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. I will be back Sunday afternoon with Monday's Daily SPY Report. You have a great weekend. The daily video you just watched will require a paid subscription to wickedstocks.com beginning Tuesday, March 1st. Become a wickedstocks.com premium member to continue receiving our daily SPY report, our daily Triple Q report, our weekly DIA, IWM, and Bitcoin reports. Monthly subscriptions start at $25 a month. If you're not ready to become a premium member, I encourage you to become a basic member for free, which will alert you once these analysis videos become part of our paid subscription plan on March 1st. We will continue to offer free and valuable content on YouTube, though it will not include the series of videos mentioned earlier. We hope you become a wickedstocks.com premium member. We offer a 7-day free trial, and cancellation is allowed at any time.